Greetings once again, pirates on the high seas. Duuz-Diz-Din, back with another episode of One Piece, where previously, Sukiyaki takes both Robin and Law through a tour and a tale of Wano Long Path, leading them to the road poneglyph and the showing of ancient Wano, as because of the way that Wano has been reworked. Originally the land, a mass, with a large mountain, but large walls were erected all across Wano, and over time, flooded with rain. People moved everything to near the top of the base, and that is the Wano of today. And somewhere, even deeper underneath all of that, the ancient weapon Pluton, which Robin had learned about from the poneglyph in Alabaster so long ago. And it is only through having Zunisha destroy the walls around Wano that Pluton will be freed and unleashed upon the world. Unleash. But why Odin wanted such a thing is unknown. Meanwhile, the Akazaya 9, Yamato, and Momonosuke do battle against Ryukugu, who begins to overwhelm them with the power of his woods fruit. But, after a bit of doing, much like with the flame clouds, Momonosuke is able to finally unleash a Boro breath, and a mighty one at that, seemingly incinerating Ryukyugu. But thanks to Ryukyugu's powers, he's able to regenerate himself as long as there is soil. But before the Admiral can go back on the offensive, Shanks steps in, using a long-range special version of his haki. He is able to both disable and intimidate the Admiral to beat a retreat. Let's face it, something most people don't seem to understand is, when the numbers aren't in your favor, they're not in your favor. Be it Yonko or Admiral, too many strong opponents, that's a losing fight. And we also see that Luffy, Jinbei, Zoro, and Sanji were nearby as well, ready to step in should the need arise. But this seeming win, deception or not, was a good stepping stone to get Momonosuke's confidence up, as he wants to be able to protect Wano once Luffy and the others leave. He doesn't always want to need their assistance, and with the mighty power of his artificial dragon fruit, at the very least, he just might be able to pull it off. But as the world continues to shift, what other dangers lie outside the borders of Wano and await the Straw Hats once they venture out? Join me as I find out, won't you? You know, I've heard some people say that now that Wano is coming to a close, they're expecting a new opening, and I'm just like, but we've only had this opening for like 10 or so episodes at this point, time of recording. Why are you expecting a new opening? Maybe some new visuals, but a new opening? You can't be this many episodes in and think that, right? And this'll last at bare minimum like 20, 25 episodes. At most, like almost 100. Like, some of these openings go for way too long. I'm not sick of this one yet, though. It's still fun. The land of Wano. The world that moves on. A new organization. Cross Guild. Flower capital. After the banquet. Nope, Kiku and Kinemon. There we go. I cannot believe such a thing happened while I was away. Oh, Raizo. Oh, right. I'm like, what happened? Oh, right. Ryukyugu. I'm genuinely like, what's the problem, man? Everything's copacetic. It's like, yeah, he wasn't aware. He was too busy hanging out with his lady. And, not really sure what Kiku was up to. Shinobu, don't die. Oh, God. Ugh, they got sucked. They got that hard suck. Stay with us. Don't worry. Dr. Chopper has already given them excellent care. I continue to believe that Tristan and Miyagi just need to once again be assistants to Chopper, because they have shown Chopper the utmost respect, and they've been very good assistants to him. Like, honestly, Chopper having his own medical team just feels right. He said they'll be fine if they rest like this. I see. That's good. Yeah, they were sucked of their nutrients. I cannot believe Raizo and Shinobu wasted away like this. It's terrifying sorcery. Even though we attacked him together, we ended up like this. Yeah, he said he was a Navy Admiral, meow. Yeah, water is important for both natural human world and humans, you know? Let go of me. Suck. Oh no, that good suck. It be like that sometimes. We humans are no match for Mother Nature. Can't you get it? If kinda were here here, I wouldn't be here. I remember initially thinking when he said all that in the manga, is like, is he trying to give them advice? Like, why say all of this? It's sad, but Kaido's domination deterred the enemies of this nation. I don't want to admit it, but what he said was true. Kaido was a deterrent against the enemies of this nation. The irony. It is a shame. I am sorry. I was in Korea and did not know that this was happening. It's not your fault. The damage was minimal. Which was the idea behind going out and meeting the Admiral. It's just like, keep any kind of calamity to a bare minimum because of Momonosuke-sama's tremendous effort. So don't worry. I mean, it's hard not to worry when you're the vassal and your lord is the one who had to really step in and protect things. And, amongst other reasons. By the way, how was Otsuru-san? Well, Okabori town caught fire, but she was badly burned, but she survived. Oh, Otsuru-san. I hear Kin's come back. Yes, he did. He's already back. Went back to the capital, though. You're from the capital, too. You have to go back for him. Yes, I want to stay with him, too. Oh. I feel bad for Otsuru. Besides there now being a 20-year age difference between her and her husband, who's now been injured, too. But I know that Kinemon has no less love for her than he did long ago. It's like all that stolen time for those two. Yes, I want to stay with him too. Boy, even after 20 years, Tsuru has not changed and it's still beautiful. Hey, such boastful talk about your love life is not worth even a dog's attention. Purr, meow, 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 meow. No, that's love, Kin-sama. The one thing Raizo cares about. What's wrong, Raizo? Do you want something? I want, to be popular too. Yeah, you need to get better first, Raizo. I want to make Kunoichi pay attention to me. Poor Raizo. As a Carrot fan, I know what's about to happen here, and I still don't know how to feel about it. Oden in the land of Wano is so good. Is there a meaning behind her eating Oden? I want to believe so. Barietti, this is big, Saru. There you are. Do you want some Oden? Duke Dogstorm and Master Cat Viper are calling for you. There you are, Carrot. What is it? Did you call me? Duke-sama? Master Cat Viper? We were waiting for you. Dogstorm, 3 Musketeers. Wanda. In case you forgot. Wait, nothing for the Guardians? Huh. Weird. Why don't you gotta become the ruler of the Mokumo Dukedom? The ruler? Yay. Okay. Yep. What? The ruler? I don't want to. There's no way I can do it. Please, I'll do anything, so forgive me. Like, immediately treating it as a punishment. It's like, we want you to take command of your country. Like, what did I do wrong? Like... That's the first thing that made me go, why are y'all doing this? And even the explanation still doesn't quite sit right with me. The thing is, Kat and I decided to stay in the land of Wano, and as samurai of the Kozuki clan, we'll protect Momonosuke-sama. Like, I get it, you're major allies and all that, but... this decision, though, it just doesn't sit right with me. Especially not long after your country was attacked. Yeah, the reason why your country was attacked is no longer there. But still, meow meow meow. You gotta travel abroad with Luffy's group, something few have done. I'm sure you have what it takes for the next generation. And that explanation is just like, you traveled with Luffy. Yeah, to one place. I mean, it's not like Nekomamushi and Inuarashi who went so many places with Oden. They traveled with Roger, they traveled with Whitebeard, they went to so many locations. Like, shoot, they were just shy of going to Laugh Tale. Like, and Carrot went to Whole Cake, and now to Wano. Yeah, what an adventure. And what about anything she did makes her qualified? That's the other thing that gets me. Not to knock Carrot. Love Carrot. I always say Carrot for Straw Hat. But at the same time, it's like, she didn't really do anything that's like, oh, she should be the next leader of the Minks. What? Wait. There are so many who are stronger than me. Of course there are. It's our job to guard the country. I'll support you too. It's Duke-sama and Master-sama's decision. Again, this feels like such a punishment. Like, her whole thing was setting out to go on an adventure. And now to be like, pretty much in the same position that Oden was at one point. That's the thing that gets me. Because Oden also was like, oh, we want you to rule and take control of this land and yada yada yada. But the first chance he got to leave, he did it. It's way too heavy to just suddenly drop on someone who wasn't even brought up for this. That's the thing too. So many other characters who are forced kind of into suddenly ruling their land at least kind of had a bit of an easing process into it, just because they were being brought up for that. Vivi, Momonosuke. Actually, that's about all I can think of at the moment. And they have to rule their country, but they've been raised for that role. And even some of the other characters who are princes and princesses had someone else who could kind of still rule until they were ready, or they don't really have to worry about that because they're not really next in line, like Rebecca and Shirahoshi. And let's face it, the next ruler of Dressrosa, more than likely Viola, because she's next in line. The next ruler of the Ryukyu Kingdom, of Fishman Island, that's gonna be Fukuboshi, because he's the eldest brother. And then just to be like, you, youngest child who shows a lot of potential, it's not that we're gonna train you up to be the ruler, you will now be the ruler. And it's just like, what? But maybe that's what they're kind of saying. We're gonna help you be ruler, but I don't know. It still does not sit right with me. Carrot, most of all, Utia, Carrie, Pedro's will in your heart. Which even that. Because Pedro, remember, Pedro wanted to set sail with Gold Roger too. And I would think following the footsteps of Pedro, it would be to do what he couldn't do. And that is join with the future king of the pirates. It doesn't matter how you fight. From now on, you must be a strong fighter and constantly prepared. Everyone has their own turn. Carrot, you guys will have your turn too. But, because we know that eventually Zoe has to be involved in whatever final battle there is. It's not like she's just never going to be seen again. I don't know, I thought we were going someplace else. I really did. So this is my turn? Is it really? Pedro, we're counting on you. We'll leave Zoe to you our youngsters. Oh, really? You're our grandfather? I'm Odin's father. I'll admit, a lot of this stuff we're seeing here is stuff that was really kind of glossed over in the manga. The manga was just speed blitzing through a lot of content, and some of this you'll see isn't even in the manga. I always felt the wrap-up of Wano was just like, whoa, guys, come on. Let me bask in the afterglow of our victory for at least a few chapters. And that's all they gave us, a few chapters. So you really were alive. I'm sorry. I was too ashamed to face you guys. I couldn't save Odin. On top of that, I couldn't save this country. I'm sorry. I wanted to meet you. Me too. Thank you. You look exactly like Odin, Momonosuke. Grandfather, for us who have lost our parent, just having relatives is so encouraging. I feel the same. And also I kind of like this because at least someone is there to really help get Momonosuke where he needs to be. So please don't apologize. Again, with the tango bath. I'm so surprised. So he was Sukiyaki-sama. It never crossed my mind. My heart leapt into my throat. I'm so glad that he is alive. I knew you guys had noticed. Who would wear a tengu mask when there was no festival? We did not think you were just another swordsmith. We thought it would be rude to refer to it. Right, Kinsama? I love this gag. This is right. I'm sorry I put you through that. I could tell you about this country's history, seeing as I am an old geezer, but that's about it. So please don't tell the nation. Let me go into retirement. From here on, this new era is yours to create. See, at least that kind of ties in with the carrot situation. Again, with the newer generation, the younger, kind of coming up. Just the fact that you are alive gives us strength. The era we create. Okay. Yes, sir. I will admit, there are certain scenes that really make me kind of forget that Momonosuke is still technically 8. What? Pluton is in this country? Yeah, I didn't get to see it, but it's here for sure. That thing really exists. I'm actually glad that we're discussing this with Frankie. Is that the one Frankie burned the blueprints for? I'm surprised that Luffy remembers that. Back in Annie's lobby. That's right. It's the ancient weapon that has the name of a god. Pluton. Pluton? That's a dangerous thing. What was this country up to? Usopp! God, I feel like you should be hearing about this. Do you want it, Luffy? No, I don't. I bet you don't. But Odin tried to unleash it. Why? Oh, what? An enemy? What? Are you saying that mature women are like weapons? Oh god. Who the hell are you? Who am I? Don't you recognize me? Something happened and I wasted away a little bit. But it's me, Shinobu. See, we never actually got the reaction to what became of her in the manga. What? I like the way you wasted away. You're looking so good, he knocked the bones out of me. I only had bones to start, though. Really? Big bro. I became an apprentice of Shinobu-chan. I'll become stronger, so the next time we meet, let me join your crew. That's actually kind of cool. Despite everything, Shinobu was actually a lot more capable than most people would have thought. I remember being like, man, Shinobu was actually kind of throwing down pretty hard, all things considered. I mean, she wasn't the most capable, but it's she was far from the weakest. Yeah, if you can use ninjutsu. Okay? Yay! I'll work hard to become a bewitching kunoichi. Nin. Oh, Tama, you're so cute. You're the best. Uh-oh. I can't believe it. Pluton is in the land of Wana. First Poseidon and now this? I have to let the person know about this. Seriously. Caribou always hearing about these things. I'm waiting for when we find out about Uranus. Uranus is the next one, right? Is he going to be there too? Because he keeps being around for this stuff. From Fishman Island to Wano now. Just Caribou's involvement in all of this has been so odd. And I still don't know who he means by that person. I have to let that person know about this. Who is he in cahoots with? How mysterious. Yamato! A few days later, hustle and bustle. Momonosuke. Yeah, he doesn't actually get to live as a child. I mean, living as a child was kind of not really in the cards for him, even if he still remained 8, but I mean, at the bare minimum, there are certain things of childhood he could still enjoy. Shogun, there you are. Reconstruction plans for each region have been submitted. Good. That's the funding estimate. Thanks. Shogun, proposed to repurpose the weapons factory sites have come in. Let's go. God. Not to mention, now he has so much work to do. I mean, let's face it, a lot of his childhood was going to be filled with nothing but stuff like this anyway, because so many things have to go through him, but at least there be some leeway because he's a child. Shogun, please give me your opinion on the reservoir later. We need to talk about the meeting with the daimyo of all regions. Shogun, something? Oh, and this, they have no way of knowing. It's like another situation that'll happen in the future, but they have no way of knowing he's 8. They'd be interested in him in a different way if they knew. And he's gonna come off as so stoic. Momo, take a deep breath. Aw, hey Zoro, can you teach me sword technique a little bit? And that's another thing too. Momo spent a good while with the Straw Hats too. Longer than most characters, to be honest. We were only just really starting to get into kind of a routine with how he interacted with certain characters. More positive than just groping up on certain characters. Luffy, Zoro, Onami, Usopp, Sanji, Choppermon, Robin, Frankie, Bonkichi, Jinbei, Yamato, where are you? Everyone, hey, did you see Luffy and the others? They have gone after saying goodbye to everyone. I'm sad. Saying goodbye? They did not say anything to me. Momonosuke-sama, Kinemon, Luffy and the others have. I just found out. What? You too? I checked and Dedra and the others all said goodbye to them. Why did they not say anything to us? That's my question. I'm disappointed in you, Luffy. I thought we were friends. And then there's Yamato. Oh, Kid Pirate, Heart Pirate, Straw Hat Pirate, Tokage Pirate, Udon. Stocking up. Straw Hat, yeah. Find another date. Why? Because it's weird. Setting sail together. Our alliance is over. We're enemies now. We've already decided that it's today. Us too. Trafalgar, you change first. Right back at you. God, the egos. I won't change either. This is ridiculous. It can't be helped that we picked the same day. Let's choose separate directions. The log post locked onto 3 directions. Northeast, east, and southeast. Pick one. Northeast, middle. I'm set. Heading northeast will get you the farthest ahead. Use your brains a little, you idiot. Law's ability to actually know where he's headed, unlike the other two. Middle. What are you, kids? My direction is set. Why don't you guys decide the rest yourselves? Flip a coin. Straw Hat, pick one. One of them says east. Oh, it's a trap. This one. It's east. I lost. Sorry, guys. The only time Kid will ever get one up on Luffy. It's dangerous in all directions. We don't care, just help us load, Luffy. Dad, I'm an Emperor of the Sea, but I lost the rifle? Look at you go on. But the one who annoys me the most for being an Emperor of the Sea is this guy. Buggy, the genius jester. What? What's this? Yep. Yep. Cross Guild, Sir Crocodile, Draco Mihawk, and Buggy. The newly formed Cross Guild. That's Crocodile and Hawkeye. Why are they displayed like they're Buggy's subordinates? There's no way that Hawkeye works under him. If he really has these two men under his control, he should certainly be called an emperor. Law, who has never met Buggy. But he's an idiot. What happened? And that's Luffy saying that. Despite the fact that Buggy helped him get out of Impel Down, Luffy has spent enough time with Buggy to be like, no. Buggy's tricky, but he's also a dumbass. It seems like this company called Cross Guild began to assign bounties to Navy soldiers. Yeah, switching it up. I don't know if it's too much of a spoiler to say the stars are 500 million. And a crown is 1 billion, I believe. Oh no, okay. A star is 100 million, and a crown is 1 billion. Again, assign bounties to Navy soldiers. The Navy, which is always the hunter, has to worry about being hunted by civilians, yeah. Desperate people will do desperate things, even take on the Navy. Especially the ones who aren't protected by the Navy, you know? While we were in this isolated country, the world has changed quite a bit. You don't have any complaints about the direction, right? As soon as we set sail out of here, we'll be at each other's throats again. Oh, there you go. What's this, Trafalgar? It's a copy of a road poneglyph. You guys have the right to have it too. Gene takes all the fun out of it, so Kaido had it as I thought. It's the thing that we made one of Big Mom's generals steal. You must get serious about this one too, kid. To participate in the battle for the One Piece, we need to find a man with the burn scar, right? We have almost no leads. Burn scar? What's that? Oh, okay. Feels like Law knows something and Robin noticed that Law knows something. Again, I have no idea what's going on here. Don't you know? That works in our favor. Oh, God. I do love these two. And, say it again, Luffy, Law, Kid. Goku, Piccolo, Vegeta. That's how it feels. They're making it so clear that Law knows something. Just so obvious. Hey, Yamato, where are you? Hey, Yamato, are you not here either? Yamato, just hanging out. Momonosuke-kun, I'm here. Where? On top of the roof as always. Okay, I've made up my mind. I'll go see Luffy and the others. I will live like Kozuki Oden did. Yeah, about that. To be continued. It's funny too because now this ending is even more relevant because it's literally what's happening in this and the next episode. Oh man. I'm really gonna miss the relationship between Luffy, Law, and Kid. They just bring out something in each other that just you don't normally see too often. The way they can get under each other's skin to a certain degree. I'll miss a lot of elements of Wano. Just, you know, it's had its ups, it's had its downs, but at the same time, Wano's the one location that it really felt like, because I guess because the Straw Hats actually kind of established lives in Wano, it didn't feel like a temporary stay. It's like, you know, Robin became a geisha, Nami was going around being a ninja with Shinobu, Zoro was a Ronin, Sanji had a soba stall, Frankie was a carpenter, Usopp was a huckster. It's just one of those things that I will really kind of miss a lot of things that we did in Wano. Because, again, the Straw Hats took on personas that wasn't used to. And honestly, I would have been happy if a lot more characters had just gone with the Straw Hats, just to kind of have some of them around. Those we leave behind, it's officially gonna be weird not going to meet up with them again. Like, no, we're leaving a lot of these characters. And I'll be honest, while the next, story arc isn't bad, and, with all the characters that we have, only so many characters get a time to shine. It's just, I don't know, I would have liked to have seen the continued adventures of some of these characters. But there's secrets lying in wait, and we'll definitely return to Wano in some capacity. I don't think we're gonna be staying in Wano the way that we have. Because again, Wano's one of the few locations the Straw Hats have spent months in. Literal canonical months. Usually, if you go from a certain perspective, we'll spend a week, couple of weeks max in a certain location, in world. But here, no, it was actual months. You don't normally get that. Shoot, sometimes it's a couple of days, a day at most. and also because so much changes after this. So much change is coming out of Wano. The world shifts in ways that we will never be able to go back in. I'm not sure. I already kind of miss it. But let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Will you miss Wano after all is said and done? We have another episode until the departure, and I'm already kind of missing it. But I want to hear from you. So like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the ride. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Till then, bye-bye.